So once you have your basic color down on your graphics, there's a lot of things you can do to add some detail, add a little depth to your drawings. I would play around with your tools, try different things out, see what you can do, maybe look up other art tutorials and get some ideas. What I did with the pancakes was just two things. I wanted to add some shadows, and I also wanted to add some highlights. So I thought I'd quickly show one of the easier ways to do that. So in Pixlr, if you choose the Burn tool, that is going to let you add some quick shadows or shading to your work. Once you pick the tool, you don't have to pick any color. Whatever you click on, if you hold your mouse button down and move along, it's just going to add in a darker version of whatever color it is on top of already. So you can see this is adding a darker version of the color of my pancakes. If you go over it a second time, it gets darker. So you can kind of choose how many times you want to go over it. It gets a little darker every time that you do it. If I go over here to the syrup, I wouldn't want to shade syrup, but just as an example here, I don't have to pick the syrup color. It just starts shading in the syrup there. So for my pancakes, I would probably want to just add a little bit of shading on the very top of each pancake in the stack, so you can better tell that these are multiple pancakes all stacked up together, and the pancake on top is casting a little bit of a shadow on the pancake below. The other thing that can be helpful to do is add some highlights. So if you look at the tool right next to the Burn tool, have the Dodge tool. Just like I didn't show this with the other tool, but you can adjust your brush size up here because the size it gave me was a little too big. I'll go with a 9. And anything I want to highlight. So this will do the opposite of what the Burn tool did. This will make whatever color I'm on lighter. So if I imagine there's a light shining down on these pancakes, then the butter is probably going to have like a little bit lighter of a spot up here. The syrup, maybe if light's coming up from this top corner, has a little bit lighter spot here. And you can even make a large, lighter spot and then go back through and make another smaller, lighter spot, and then even like a really light spot there to kind of give the effect that light's shining down and shining off of the syrup here and the butter here. So those are two tools you can use. Depending on the art style you're going with, you may want to do something different, but I wanted to make sure you at least knew about these two tools if you want to add any shading or highlights to your piece of art.